Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
So Trump is now the president-elect, right? And it's been said that Trump had a decent relationship with Oprah back in the day, and now Oprah is turned on Trump and she's voting for Kamala. And not only is she voting for Kamala, she's pretty much, I think she agrees with the rhetoric that Trump is a fascist and all of this type of stuff, and that he's bad for America and all of this when they once had some type of relationship. But anyway, Donald Trump visited Oprah Winfrey show back in what did it say? 88, 89, 88. And it's going viral. And I want y'all to take a listen to what he had to say back then, and think about what's going on right now. And yeah, let's dive in. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's see what's going on with old young Dunny T.
Last year criticizing U.S. foreign policy. What would you do differently, Donald?
I'd make our allies, forgetting about the enemies you can't talk to so easily, I'd make our allies pay their fair share. We're a debtor nation. Something's going to happen over the next number of years with this country, because you can't keep going on losing $200 billion, and yet we let Japan come in and dump everything right into our markets and everything. It's not free trade. If you ever go to Japan right now and try to sell something, forget about it, Oprah. Just forget about it. It's almost impossible. They don't have laws against it. They just make it impossible. They come over here, they sell their cars, their VCRs, they knock the hell out of our companies. And hey, I have tremendous respect for the Japanese people. I mean, you can respect somebody that's beating the hell out of you, but they are beating the hell out of this country. Kuwait, they live like kings. The poorest person in Kuwait, they live like kings. And yet they're not paying. We make it possible for them to sell their oil. Why aren't they paying us 25% of what they're making? It's a joke.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
Probably not, but I do get tired of seeing the country ripped off.
Why would you not?
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it. I love what I'm doing. I really like it.
Also, it doesn't pay as well.
No, it doesn't. But, you know, I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country. And if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally, because I really am tired of seeing what's happening with this country, how we're really making other people live like kings, and we're not.
What do you think of this year's presidential race, the way it's shaping up?
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I think that probably George Bush has an advantage in terms of the election. I think that probably people would say that he's got like that little edge in terms of the incumbency, et cetera, et cetera. But I think Jesse Jackson's done himself very proud. I think Michael Dukakis has done one hell of a job. And George Bush has done a hell of a job. You know, they all went in there sort of as semi-underdogs, including George Bush, and they've all come out. I think people that are around all three of those candidates can be very proud of the jobs they've done.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. And if I did decide to do it, I think I'd be inclined. I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning, because I think people, I don't know how your audience feels, but I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. And I can't promise you everything, but I can tell you one thing. This country would make one hell of a lot of money from those people that for 25 years have taken advantage. It wouldn't be the way it's been. Believe me.
Last year criticizing U.S.
All right. Sound like he still had that same type of passion that he has now. And obviously, nothing has gotten better for him in his eyes, because he said that if it doesn't get better, he wouldn't rule out running. He would consider it. And so I guess shit never got better in his eyes. So here it is. And Donald Trump. The economy was pretty decent when he was in office the first time. Let's see if he can get it back on track. And whether you wanted Donald Trump to win or lose, I think we all want America to win. So, you know, I think we should all be optimistic in hoping that he does a good job in office. You know, same thing with Kamala. If she was in office, I would hope that my predictions about Kamala, if she was to get in office, were wrong. I would hope so. I'm not hoping that she failed, just so I can be like, I told y'all, niggas, I told y'all. Now I want to be told sometime. I want to be stood corrected. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm having that mindset of something that ain't gonna be right. Like, hey, it ain't gonna be good. But we ended up having to go with this one. So since since we had to, I hope I'm thinking wrong. I hope that my mindset about this is totally wrong, and I hope it turns out great. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be wrong. Well, I want it to be wrong if Kamala was gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah. Okay, I'm trying to play this other video, but it does not want to play on my browser that I'm using. So I pulled up another browser and it's playing without any problem. But I can't jump on this browser because I'm live on this other one. So this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna download it, and we're gonna do it like this. All right.
What right is he taking away from women?
All right, now this was something that I wanted to cover a few weeks ago when Donald Trump actually won the office. All right, so we have a boy sitting in class, and I guess he's debating some of his classmates. It says kid in high school destroys his classmates in a debate about Donald Trump versus Kamala Harris, and he asks, what rights is Trump taking away from women? So let's see. Since everybody was so hell-bent on him taking women's rights, let's see what's going down. Hit that like button.
What right is he taking away from women?
Don't like your race. He will spit on you. He don't even like
What right is he taking away from women?
He don't like y'all. He don't like none of us. He don't even like his own race.
What right is he taking away from women? Y'all still not answering
We
my
answered
question.
that.
I've
You're
been
just
asking for
dumb.
like 5
We
minutes.
answered it.
What was the answer?
We answered it.
Y'all brought up education once I asked that question. Because y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all just go on Twitter, look at what they say, and just run with it.
Myron, you go on Twitter. I watched the debate. I heard everything.
Y'all thought he was taking away abortions. He can't even do that.
Myron, what debate did you watch?
He's so stupid. Yes, please look at the Chromebook. So I want to see what right he's taking. Let me search it up. What right? Let's see what right he's taking away from women.
Look at what he's saying.
Let's see what right he's taking away from women. Let's watch it.
Okay, let's see what he's giving you when he is president.
No, what right is he taking away from women?
Let's see what he's doing for.
Because they said that last time.
The right to an abortion was overturned by the Supreme Court that Donald Trump
Get that camera off.
It's not when you
handpicked three Supreme Court justices that overturned
nigga. It's not when you get. You'll be moving back.
that been law for 50 years.
Said it publicly, he's against that. And y'all also said Project 25. He also said publicly he's not going to do no Project 25.
He's a liar. Do you believe him? Nigga,
Y'all only want Kamala Harris.
Your body, my choice. That's what did.
Why do you need an abortion? Why do you care about abortion? You're in high school.
It doesn't matter.
You're in high school.
Women get pregnant. Women our ages get pregnant.
It's you
They
getting
get
pregnant.
Oh my God. She ain't crying, is she? She ain't crying, is she? See, that's what's going on, man. These people get so hell-bent, and then they spew this shit, and then they kids start believing some of the same shit that they putting out here, man. That's what's going on. Her mama probably is hell-bent on it. Her mama probably had her at an early age. Her mama probably had a few abortions, probably since she's been here. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it would. First of all, like the little boy said, he already said that he wasn't taking their right away. He was leaving it up to the states. He said this out of his mouth, but that's not good enough for nobody. He's a liar. You believe him? That's what they said. Okay, well, he said that, so we can only hold him to his word. We can't say you a liar. You're not going to do that. He said, this is what I want to do. I plan to do it. I'm going to leave it up to the states. All we can do is hold him accountable. We can't call him a liar until he actually do it or not do it. I'm just saying. He's 100% correct when he said y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all just go on Twitter and y'all see what they saying and y'all run with it. Y'all don't dig. And I don't expect for them to dig anyway. Those are kids. But we have grown-ass adults acting just like these kids in high school was or middle school, whatever age they was. We got grown-ass adults having this same mindset. not doing any research, taking shit at the surface level and running with it, not digging deep at all, no deep dives, because they can't critically think. A lot of people don't think critically at all. They don't. We used to have critical thinking when I was coming up in school. We used to have to write essays, all kind of shit like that. It had to be structured right. Yeah, you had to have a main idea. You had to have a beginning, end, a beginning, middle, and end. The body of it. Yeah, we had to do a whole bunch of shit. I don't think they teach these kids the same shit that they taught us. It's getting worse and worse. And so that's why I feel like it's right that Donald Trump is giving the education back to the states, because here in Texas, I know Texas gonna have these kids smart as hell. Because when I was coming up, at least, I grew up in all of the schools that I grew up in, from primary school to elementary, I had a lot of black teachers. I had a bunch of black educators, black women for the most part, some black men. But yeah. I feel like Texas is gonna have these kids educated. You know, we got some other states out here that doesn't do so good with education. They could use some help, but I don't think Texas is one of them.